Hello all, this is Western Ohio Interurban History here. I am very sorry for this video being several months late, but here is the Q&A video, or as I'll call it today, the Amtrak Q&A video, because it's very, very late. So my first question is, what was your first model train? My first model train was a CSX ready-to-run train set made by Lionel, which I got in about 2011 for my birthday. I still have the set, but not the box. I still run it on occasion. Who is your favorite Thomas the Tank Engine character? This is a difficult one as I haven't watched the show in a while, nor do I really have much interest in it. But my favorite character would probably be Sam, because he reminds me of a Chesapeake and Ohio Allegheny, even though he isn't one. And I got to see a Chesapeake and Ohio Allegheny at the Henry Ford Museum one time. It was nice. Favorite railroad? I have a lot of different favorite railroads, but I'd probably say my favorite of all time is probably the New York Central. Kool-Aid Man. I'm not sure what this question means, but yes, I think the Kool-Aid Man is a great guy.
Hear that sound, Johnny Popper, round and round, Johnny Popper.
Yes, actually, MTH electric trains. What is your favorite dog breed? Well, I'm not actually too sure, but I'd probably say the White Swiss Shepherd. What is my favorite fallen flag? Probably the New York Central. It's my favorite railroad after all. Do I plan on doing an O-scale collection video? No, I do not. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your favorite color of the alphabet? You know, that's a pretty easy one. I would say spaghetti. The history of the O-gauge layout dates back to May 2021 when we had someone custom build a table for us and put it in our basement. The first real video to feature the layout, and this is where you can best see the early version of the layout, is in the video Song of the Rails, which was my 400 subscriber special. It appeared in videos up until about August 2022, when we had the table cleared off so I could put foam down to make trains run better. By late August 2021, we had tracks down again and the layout was running once again. And at one point, there was a loop of standard gauge track, but by November 2022 that was removed and replaced with farmland. And the layout currently looks like that. It hasn't changed much since then. What got me into the Wabash? Well, I just really like their P1 class engines. They're really nice Hudsons. As for my opinion on Union Pacific and BNSF, I really don't like BNSF's current paint scheme. I absolutely hate it. And I really like Union Pacific because I really like the wings on the front, and I saw them a lot as a kid and still do, so I'm a fan of them. Favorite Metra class? I think that one's pretty obvious. My favorite Chicago area railroad? I think that one's pretty obvious as well. Just kidding, we're not doing that again. For what interurban railway I think needs to be brought back the most? Probably either the Chicago North Shore Milwaukee or the Cincinnati and Lake Erie, as both would bring back passenger rail to areas that really need it. As for my favorite heritage unit, it would probably be the most recent CSX heritage unit, the New York Central one. And for who would win, 218 or 142, I think 218 would win, as that is Joe. And Joe always wins. I'm going to answer both questions at once. Well, the answer is that they're both limitless. There is, like, no end. No one really knows how powerful he is. What is my favorite TM video outside of I Love Toy Trains? This is kind of a hard one, but I'd probably have to say All About John Deere Part 1, because that has, you know, the awesome song.
Hear that sound, Johnny Popper, round and round.
My least favorite John Deere DVD is, well, I'm not too sure. There's none of them that are that bad. But my favorite one has to be John Deere Heaven, because of how crazy it is. And I even own props from it, so it's definitely that one. My favorite train item that I own is my Lionel 1990 700E. It sounds amazing, looks amazing, and it's just all around great. It's definitely my favorite model to run. One model train I really want, but I know I probably will never get, will probably be the Lionel Legacy Frisco 1630. As Frisco 1630 is probably the first real steam engine I ever saw, so getting a model of it would mean a lot, but it's very expensive. My favorite John Deere tractor is the 8020. This is due to its appearance, how it looks really big, and the style of headlights it has, which kind of look like eyes, and I find that funny. The best rail fanning day I've probably had was actually at night. It was the IRM 70th anniversary overnight weekend where we got to film trains through the night. That was absolutely awesome. For the next question, I'm not going to answer that because I don't really have a favorite person to hang out with. I like all my friends. Burger King or Arby's? I'd say Arby's because the Arby's in Warsaw, Indiana has a really awesome sign. If you haven't seen it, you gotta go see it. Best Penn Central locomotive, I'd say the GG1. Favorite model train store, I'd say Denny's Trains and Things in Oswego, Illinois. Awesome store. My favorite interurban is the Western Ohio Railway. The main reason is because they have very unique freight equipment, such as the unique 6-axle freight motor 155. It also operates in Western Ohio, obviously, which is probably my favorite part of the country. My favorite wooden train that I have is Whittle Short Line's YN2-9. It looks really cool, and I think it's probably one of the best items they've made. Do I hear that sound? Yes, I do hear that sound. Just visit a farm show and listen for that irresistible pop, pop, pop sound.
Hear that sound, Johnny Popper, round and round, Johnny Popper. When you hear that sound coming through your town, the answer is clear, it's a big John Deere. What do you see? Johnny Popper. It's a Model D. Johnny Popper. When you hear that sound coming through your town, the answer is clear, it's a big John Deere.
What started this craze over the giant 4-car Transcontinental Limited and Johnny Popper? Honestly, I'm not too sure about Johnny Popper. That one just showed up. But the giant 4-car Transcontinental Limited, I always found the way that Tom Snyder said it funny, so I made it a meme. What's your favorite Class 1 railroad? My favorite Class 1 railroad is CSX. As for what my favorite regional railroad is, it would be R.J. Corman. What is your favorite place to rail fan? That's pretty difficult as there's a lot of places I rail fan. But I would say probably the Fox River Bridge in Geneva where you can see Metro and Union Pacific trains cross the river. It's really cool. Best toy or model train company? I would say MTH. I'm a huge fan of their stuff. What is your opinion on the Nickel Plate Road? I don't really have many thoughts on the Nickel Plate Road, but I think they're a good railroad overall. And I think Nickel Plate Road 765 is a pretty cool engine. Have I taken Amtrak? Yes, I have taken Amtrak. My favorite trip on Amtrak was when we took the Capital Limited in order to get to the East Penn Traction meet. That was really cool. Where do you get a ticket to Garlic Bread the Musical? It's actually quite simple. They're behind the Walmart in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Grilled cheese. Yes, grilled cheese. How many items in your wooden train collection? I honestly don't know, there's too many to count. What are my opinions on the Brio old steam engine? I don't really have an opinion on it, I just wish it was painted in better colors. Favorite I Love Toy Trains prop I own? That's a difficult one, as I have two I consider favorites. It's either the Golfmobile in Ohio custom painted F units from Ticket to Ride, or the Baltimore and Ohio boxcar from the I'm a Train music video. Both are iconic, and I like both. How many Johnny Poppers does it take to screw in a light bulb? 1. Least favorite Lionel item. I think this one's pretty easy, but it has to be the Lion Chief New York Central Hudson, because they have the tooling to make a New York Central Hudson, and they've used it many, many times, but for some reason they're like, oh, we're not using it this time. Yeah, screw that item, it sucks. Alright, that's all the questions. I hope everyone enjoyed this question and answer video. It took me quite a while to make. Thank you for watching.